that motherfucker.
You've seen so many people with the dildo.
They sling it left and right.
Yeah, the dildo tripod is very popular.
Who needs QVC anymore?
No, what I used to work at.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Fuck yes.
But I used to work at a social media company.
Yeah.
Or I was doing social media for a company.
Yeah.
And they set me up with a tripod and all this stuff. That's where I got the Rode mics from. I pretty much every company I work for, I try and make sure I can leave with a couple goodies.
But now you work for you're at a rock climbing gym.
Yeah, I work at a climbing gym, dude. As you can tell by my sick forearms. Oh, let's do station identification. This is Big Al's Grill ASMR episode. I believe this will be 13. My man, Joe Dombrowski. You might know him as Mr. D. You might also know him as one of the best comics working right now. You might see him all across the country doing things such as jiggling his keys, talking about Minecraft. He does a lot of live streaming during his shows, which are big.
Yeah.
He also was one of the first guests to actually bring stuff.
Well, I figured
What do we have here?
with your hyper masculinity, we had to gay it up a little bit, but I then leveled it out. You'll see. I brought you figs, Gouda cheese, my favorite sea salt crackers, but then I also brought. You can keep these too. Have you ever had Allagash White?
Have I had Allagash White?
Do you want one?
Oh man, right now?
Is it too early?
Are you gonna have one?
I'm gonna have one.
All right, I'll have one.
Yeah.
Sober October. Goodbye.
Was it Sober October until just now?
Yeah.
It's October 3rd, everybody.
It's also noon.
It's
on a Thursday.
We can do this. You're not working.
It doesn't matter.
I don't work till 8.
Cheers.
Cheers. And then I brought a kombucha too, just for good measure.
Just to level it out.
This is my favorite beer of all time.
This is good. I'm just so glad that I'm able to actually cook a home-cooked meal. I was telling you.
Oh my God, I'm excited for it.
Bro, my roommate took all of his kitchen stuff, and I'm a guy that likes to cook. Mm-hmm. And when you're not able to kind of use all your accoutrements, it doesn't really matter what you're cooking.
Accoutrements.
I mean, I'm literally I'm making spicy tuna with sage, a little bit of thyme, lemon, salt, pepper, olive oil, and I'm doing it in a washed out to-go cereal cup, the one, the Honey Nut Cheerios one, in a plastic fork, and then I'll just break the head of the plastic fork off inside it, and I'm like, am I in prison right now?
You are.
What am I doing?
Can I tell you something? Fuck, you gotta watch this, especially since your roommate stole all your cooking skills. Are you a TikTok guy? Do you get on TikTok?
I'm familiar with the TikToks.
I feel like as comics we have to be, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I am. I did a joke the other night about the Costco guys.
Yes.
Nobody liked it. Because my joke is essentially about how Gen Z would be great soldiers in a war, because it's bro, how can you get PTSD if you already have brain rot? Mm-hmm. I don't care about anything, dog.
So true.
I want the Costco guys to be in charge of the drone strike program. Then I went, Iraqi wedding, that gets a boom!
You're a nut. You're a nut. Okay, listen. I fell down prison TikTok. And there's different forms of it. There's prisoners who snuck in phones probably through someone's asshole, and then they're making TikTok videos. And then they rack up a following, and these people send them money and all sorts of shit, for the commissary and stuff. It's nuts. Some prisons have a program where you can make a quick video, and then the prison posts it, so you can ask for pen pals. Which, if we're being real, is prison even prison? What's happening? Third, there are people who are freshly out of prison who tell you all about how they did stuff in prison, like cook in the toilet, make hooch, makeup. They make makeup out of pencil lead.
That's so bad for you.
They call it prison Red Bull. It's coffee, instant coffee mixed with tons of pop, like Red Bull and stuff. I'm like, this is fascinating. I have yet to try it, but I would like to.
It seems like prison's gotten more fun, just based on what I'm seeing on TikTok.
Yeah, for sure.
Or at least more chill. I mean, yeah, that's the thing though. And then I would show up and I'd be like, guys, let's hang out. And they would just be like, all right, hold my pocket.
So, and then, do you know prisons have tours. You can like tour a prison.
No way.
Yeah.
It's not like a scared straight sort of thing?
I mean, I think it... Stray dog. I think it turns
doggy.
into... Oh, there's one over there, too. I love this.
Life just happens here on Big Al's Grill ASMR.
We gotta tag the dog. Tag the dog. It is, All right, wait, hold on. What was I telling you about prison? Damn.
You were saying that prison, like...
Oh, you take tours.
You take tours. And you've been taking a lot of tours?
I want to, but it's
What are you
scary.
going to do in prison?
You go through the rec room, and they make you like stay on the straight line, so anything could happen. However, it is the prisoners who are like about to get released, so they're not fucking up. What do you think about that?
This is a fig.
Black figs, yeah. Figs are, that's my shit.
What the heck? This is unbelievable.
Have you ever had a fig?
This is Asian, no? No? I'm gonna feel real stupid if this isn't Asian.
For sure not Asian.
Okay. Well,
I want to say Italian. Okay.
arigato.
There you go. Okay.
Biodegradable.
Fun fact about figs. There's a bee inside every fig.
A bee?
Yeah, they're self-pollinating. A fig is actually an inverted flower, and then a little fig bee goes in there to pollinate it and then dies in there, and then the fig kind of absorbs it and then it becomes a fig.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Show the audience this fig.
It's a fig.
This is where the bee dies right here.
That's where the bee dies. That goes right up that fig's little ass. and then yeah, that's true. You can look that up. So good, right?
Ooh, unbelievable.
I need to look up what country. What figs.
Please be Vietnam.
It's not Asian. I know it's not Asian.
All right, so today we're doing steak tips.
Oh.
A little salt, pepper, olive oil. Steak tips, we also have some mushrooms as well, some big mushrooms. So we'll be whining and dining today.
You're too good to me.
I try to be.
Figs are native to Turkey.
Assalamu alaikum.
There you go.
Come on over here, Joe. Let's check this out.
All right. Oh.
These are some honkers today, straight from the butcher. It's not bad. I saw your show last night was so funny.
Dude, this show is great.
Joe runs a show called My Straight Friends.
Which you're going to be on.
I'm going to be on. Very excited. November 3rd, I believe.
Something like 6th?
November 6th, 3rd, something like that. I mean, people, you might not know by looking at me. The gays and theys love this guy.
Yeah.
They love this guy, okay? It's the tattoos, it's the carabiner on the belt loop.
Well, let's talk about your don't tell.
Let's talk about
the
it.
carabiner on the belt loop. You're canceled.
It's the carabiner on the belt loop.
Do you have a lot of lesbian friends, or like you have
Brother,
a lesbian relative or something?
I lived in Denver. We used to call it Lesbanon. It's the Fertile Crescent of eating puss.
No.
What do you mean?
No. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, no. Denver is very Tracy Chapman heavy.
Dude, it is straight up like it's the Fertile Crescent. We would like, bro, we'd be in a brewery, there like a softball team would roll in, we'd be like, break out the hummus.
Literally. I always say this too. A group of gays is called a gaggle, and a group of kittens is called a litter, and a group of lesbians, dangerous. For sure.
Very true.
For sure.
I mean, they do rule. I will say lesbians are some of our best people for sure.
Lesbians are the world's best people. This is a fresh Gouda.
Okay.
I'm a cheese whore.
I'm
a Midwest boy.
Where are you from in the Midwest?
Detroit.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
I could have yeah, I could eat about 12 of those.
So the gays and nays.
I love this guy.
Now, did you rack up quite a following from your don't tell?
Yes.
Is this how this works? Did we get comedy specific on this?
Yeah, let's get comedy specific. Who
Okay.
cares? It's my podcast.
Yeah.
It's my show.
Yeah.
I talk about whatever the hell I want.
Okay,
Okay?
I wanna know
And we
about
can
you.
stay up however late we want. All right? And nobody can tell me go to bed. Nobody can tell me take a bath, okay? Do whatever I want.
I love it.
See what you say about that, Mom. watches?
My mom watches every podcast I do, so my mom will be in the comments
Yeah, my mom watches my shit too, dude.
all the time.
It's so funny when they're like, they send you one of your own Instagram stories and they go,
Oh my
very
God.
good.
People recognize. I used to have a podcast with my mom.
Oh, you did? What
And
happened?
people recognize her in public. She didn't behave, so I had to cut her off. Yeah.
I mean, dude, you know.
Now she's leaving a comment. She's typing and leaving a comment right now. For sure.
What do you define not behaving? It's podcasting, bro. I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
All the rules have kind of gone out the window, i.e., like every podcast started by two dudes
Yeah.
on a couch.
She racked up a little bit of her own platform. And she's a bit of a keyboard warrior. And if anybody would say anything other than, this is so good, I love what you're doing, she was like, and would like go in, look at them, where they're from, find pictures of them and their family and be like, your son's 14 and he still can't read? What are you talking about, Beth? Like shit like that. It was just like, I was like, we need to pull the plug. We need to pull the plug.
No, dude, you need the bulldog.
Oh my God, it was
Because then
bad.
that's how you get, I mean, like, I'm thinking like comedy brain now, we're just like, interaction. But like the interaction is just like your mom essentially, your mom is her own like, you know, Indian bot farm.
100%.
Just on behalf of the account being like, fuck you.
But I had to tell them, and they didn't like this. I told both my parents, I go, there was a period of time where I was a reflection of you. And I go, but now you two are a reflection of me, and you need to behave when you're out in the wild. I'll scurry up. My dad totally took over one of my meet and greets in Boston one time.
No.
Totally took it over. Was in pictures with me and fans. Like just in it. They love it though. They love it. They're big comedy people for sure.
That's
So
awesome.
The fact that I'm doing this, they're kind of like,
They're stoked on it.
it's cool.
That's very cool, man. I think, my parents have always like been on board, but I think the thing with parents is when you start comedy, everything you do, the next question or the third question is like, did you make any money?
Fully.
It's always, did you make any money on that? And you're like, no, I hosted. And they go, what does that mean? And they go, that means I drove 45 minutes to do 7 minutes and then stayed for an extra 3 hours to bring people up. But Dad, it's the experience. It's like, you can explain an unpaid internship to your parents at like JP Morgan. It's very hard to explain like, no, I'm barking so I can get 5 minutes as a guest spot.
Yes, you're so on top of it right now with that. You can't, and they're like, what?
Yeah, they're like, that doesn't seem very productive.
My parents definitely understand it as art and a business, which is cool.
That's very cool.
It took a minute, but they're like, holy shit. But I think for my whole family, like quitting my full-time job, like that was the scariest moment of all. Even my husband was like, we really had to make sure things were in line.
Dude, I know.
But it was crazy, but when it works, it works.
Yeah, did you know when you were going to quit your full-time job, you were just like, I got this. You have to firmly be like, it's going.
You have to have a psychotically optimistic view of your own self. And you have to be like, I got it. Like, I'm the fucking best. Like, I am going to overcome this. But like, still like super, super scary because you're leaving a steady stream of income to something that could be done tomorrow.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still afraid of like giving up my fucking part-time job.
Yeah, because it's just going to take one podcast for them to zoom in on your alt-right tattoos and then it's over.
Hey, don't show them the swastika. Spring break 2023.
But you know what I mean? It could be taken away at any minute, but it worked out. So what I did is I had enough gigs lined up to make my yearly salary.
Ooh.
So I was like, I don't need to go back to work because if I do, like, it's just going to impede on these jobs. And if these jobs work out, it's only going to grow. And if it, so yeah.
Yeah, you had already planned it out. Yeah, that's fucking awesome though.
You guys can't see this, but this guy's a chef right now over here.
Come over here.
This is incredible.
Yeah. What do you think of these?
Oh my, where'd you get these?
I have a little butcher, okay? So this guy, he works out of this tiny little place around here. It's called Vaughn's.
Bonds.
Yeah, it's called Vaughn's. It's very nice. It's kind of a importer, exporter of. This joke sucks. I'm gonna abort. I'm pulling the escape cord on this joke.
No, you're doing great.
No, I'm out. I'm pulling the escape. I'm out. Abort. Abort.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Nobody aborts stories
So
enough,
this
dude.
is a nobody aborts stories enough. You're so correct.
Nobody aborts a story enough, dude. How many times have you been sitting there like you're trying to give somebody like the look like,
Get to it.
yeah, and they're like, oh no, I'll get there, and you're like, is the payoff
Yeah.
at the end of the day worth it? Most often than not, no. I'll be the first one to just like if I can see the dull in your eyes, I'll go.
done.
Out. Never mind. I'm out. I gotta go to the bathroom.
It's hard though because we're comedians. Because we're constantly around people who can tell a story the best you've ever heard it.
Yeah.
So when I get around civilians, sometimes I'm like, yeah, you don't got it. You don't got it. This dog's got it though. Ooh, that's a good dog.
We're surrounded by dogs around here, dude. I love Mar Vista Park. So I've been reading this book. You're a Midwest guy. I don't know if you've ever read The Corrections by Jonathan Franzen.
No.
Oh my
Hi,
God.
dog.
You ever like read a book sometimes?
Yeah.
And it's so good that at describing characters that have like mental health issues or something like that, and you just start to go like, am I actually depressed too?
I read Twilight. Yes. Of course. Recently. Not a bit. Not a bit. Dude, that's a literary masterpiece, though. Don't hate on it.
I'm
Your
not
bag's
hating,
flying
bro.
away.
I'm participating.
So what's the book about?
It's about the Midwest. So this guy, essentially like it's a Midwestern family. The father has early stages of Parkinson's.
Oh, that's sad as hell.
But the mother's trying to get all of her adult children back to Iowa for one last Christmas at the old house. And the kids just like have their own, like one of them is like, the oldest is the overachiever, investment banker with the family, the, quote unquote perfect life. The middle son is like, the fucked up artist who like also is like can't figure his shit out. And then the youngest is like the chef, trying to keep everybody together and like.
It sounds like a TV show.
I don't know. It's very good. Yeah, I'm just talking about like a CBS. I'm just talking about it's Mike and Molly. I'm watching Mike and Molly. Imagine.
I'm reading Mike and Molly.
I'm reading the script of Mike and Molly.
Screenplays all the time.
Bro, I'll tell you what else. You ever buy mushrooms on the internet?
Like, what kind?
Like magic mushrooms?
You want to know what? I've never done mushrooms.
Really?
You want to be real, though? I have a thing.
Tell me your thing.
A kid, now, okay, a guy I went to high school with did mushrooms, and he like perma-tripped for like 6 months. He had to go to like the mental hospital and stuff to like get out of it, and it's scared the hell out of me so much. Well, now we're in 2024 and they're like the most popular thing, and I can't bring myself to do it because I'm just like, I saw this happen firsthand. But that was back when you were buying it from some guy named Crunchy.
It was Smelly Joel. Yeah.
Right, and he gave it to you out of his trunk of his Honda Civic.
Yeah, and
you're
like,
just,
you want to hang out?
right, and you didn't know what you were doing. So, and you don't know what doses you were doing. Like, you used to get weed from behind a dump. It was illegal.
But this is almost worse now because, like, I say to the woman, hey, it went to the wrong address, and she goes, oh, you didn't read the fine print of my return policy that I sent over with the receipt. I'm like, what? Can you just do me a solid?
That's
what happens now when I'm like, you're selling drugs. Can I just like, and they go, well, yeah, but technically that's not within our policy. What do you have, like what is this, a system?
So you buy them online, but you live in LA.
I know, exactly. They might as well be free.
Yeah, so wait, why do you buy them online if you're just here? You can get them anywhere.
You know what? If I get like a really good company or like a good brand, I try and like stick with it.
Do you do them often?
No, but what I do like to do, I think this is about done. These are done. Look at this, Joe.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm seeing it.
Let's get this.
It's giving it very.
Let's get this for the thumbnail. You ready?
It's very.
Always need the thumbnail.
It's the perfect. What are we gonna say? Hardness.
Hardness, yes.
100%.
Here we go. All right, get some plates. And then I also got mushrooms coming out too.
Oh my God.
All right. How do you like a medium rare?
Yeah.
This is probably great.
That me?
This will be you. I'm gonna give you want two? One.
No, just one's good.
Okay. Here you go, and then I'll give you another plate to make that a little bit stronger. You know how that goes?
I'm obsessed with you, first of all. Just so you know.
I'm trying to bring back a forlorn era when men just kind of did whatever the hell they wanted.
Yeah.
But in a respectful way.
This is very respectful.
Where I'm just like, hey guys, you know what helps depression? Hanging out with the boys and cooking some steaks.
You know what you are doing too? You're bridging the gap. You're gonna be on a pride float this year, 2025.
I'm gonna be on a what?
Pride float.
Hell yeah, I am, dude.
Uh-huh.
I want to get in on that shit.
Mm.
It sounds so fun.
Oh. I got something that you're gonna love.
Oh my God, tell me.
You ever read the book Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat?
My friends had it. Yeah, it's the cookbook, right?
Have you read it?
No.
It is gonna change your cooking game for the rest of your life.
This is how we do it here. Now we're taking some mushrooms.
Oof.
We're just gonna throw them right on there.
Oof.
They don't need too much. They don't need much.
No zhuzh?
This is more so just about the palate cleanser that the mushrooms are gonna be.
I feel like I need you to come to Seattle now so I can cook you some shit.
I was just in Seattle, and I would love to go back.
Yes, where did you play?
The Hereafter.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I had an absolute blast.
it's super fun.
Dude, it was like a movie theater, and it was like the first time when I realized like we had about like 100 tickets sold for the two shows, but like 71 show, 35 the other. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, well this will be fun. But
It's a 100-seater though, so
it's a
75 is
100
great.
Dude, it was great. I had a fucking awesome time because everybody that was there, because like sometimes you do early on you do these shows where you're like, people just go, hey, comedy in my area.
Yes.
And you go like, oh, well, I don't really know how much an oil worker is going to relate to what I'm talking about up here. I'm like, Instagram's weird.
But it went well though.
Well, it was just all dudes that looked like me.
That's awesome.
So they were like, yeah.
So they were into it.
Oh, that's perfect.
So usually what you just described is called a rally.
Yeah. They kept on being like, dude, you want to come out with the truck to the truck after this? We're going downtown. I'm like, to do what? He goes, hang some flags. Spray paint, little stuff.
Baseball bats and mailboxes.
Yeah, there's this statue they're thinking about taking down.
Of limitations? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I heard of it. I've heard of it. So did you get to hang out in Seattle?
For a little bit, not too long.
What'd you do?
I kind of just walked around.
You did Pike Place Market?
No, I didn't do anything.
Whoa, you were right there.
I know, I blew it. I had a good time in Portland, though.
Oh, Portland's
Portland,
fun.
I had a 4:30 show, so I had the rest of the night to kind of go nuts.
Where are you at, Portland Helium?
Yeah, it was so sick.
Yeah, that's a good club. They have a good comedy scene.
How is it? Is it too rare or is that good?
No, it's perfect. I love it like this. You need to walk me through some of these tattoos.
Okay, I'd love to.
Because some of them are not matching what you're giving me.
Okay. And I'm giving you, let's start with the base. What am I giving you?
Hockey bro, for sure.
For sure,
But,
yes.
But your tattoos are giving me death metal.
I totally hear you. Yeah,
And that's like your inner core?
that's my inner core. Inner Flynn is a lot of like teenage angst, get out of my room, mixed with,
Now, is it pop punk or is it screamo?
it's a little bit of mix of both. It's like indie rock. You familiar with the band Always?
No.
Okay. So like if you are like a rock band with like a female lead singer, chances are I'm a fan of yours.
So what about Hole?
I could do Hole. I like Hole.
Hole's great.
Yeah.
Courtney Love's iconic.
Big fan of Hole. I like so
No
I
Doubt.
just-
You
I
like
just-
No Doubt?
Of course I love No Doubt.
Great.
But here's the thing, bro. If you played Division III sports in the Northeast, the chances are your tattoos that you're gonna get are Roman numerals right above your collarbone. Mm-hmm. Okay. The other one will be script lettering right on your
that
forearm,
bone right there,
that
yeah.
says something like "Everything happens for a reason."
Yeah, no regrets.
Yeah, no regrets is a big one.
Yeah.
Or Live Moss.
Okay.
Depends on how much you like Taco Bell.
Yeah, and then
And then it's like Roman numerals, script, lettering, or just a massive like
Celtic
Jesus.
tattoo?
Yeah. Oh, no, not even Celtics. The Celtic cross is a big one.
Oh shit.
So like if you grow up in Boston, you have to get
What you did, Boston proper?
greater Boston area. But on my shoulder, I have a like my Irish crest.
Your family's?
Family's Irish crest.
Really?
Yeah, and then you like, you meet an actual Irishman and they tell you like, yeah, that's all fake, right?
Shut up, for real. I told you I'm going to Boston on Friday.
You stoked or what?
I'm very stoked. I have a great Boston fan base.
I bet they would love you, man.
It's crazy. I've built it up for years.
What do you love about going to Boston?
History. It's pretty crazy there.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah. The fans are the best. The best. Good comedy crowd. They know how to take a joke. They want to take a joke.
Yeah. I think the scene in Boston would be better, like the local scene.
Yeah.
Or just in general. I think the thing with Boston is everybody there is already so funny that they're like, why would I go to a comedy show when I could just like hang out with my friends?
With like my Aunt Cheryl.
Yeah, my aunt is like killing it right now at Sunday. Like, why would I leave? This is free, and I'm getting free chicken parm.
For real. Now, you started in Boston.
Yeah, but like in college.
In college. Which was like yesterday for you.
No, dude, I'm 27, man.
You're 27?
Yeah, how old do you think I was?
Your hair is kind of misleading.
The hair, yeah, the hair is graying so much that people think I'm like 32.
But it's so densely thick that it's like, this guy's either like 22 with gray hair, or he's like 35 and it's just perfect. People are jealous of you.
Every week I want to go into a barber and I want to say, like, I want the Brad Pitt from Ocean's 12, please. And then I'll just start showing up to the Comedy Store in silk suits. And I'll be like, Danny, I don't know about this job.
That's
and
great.
they'll go, you have to leave.
They're going to kick you out for sure.
I'm just mashing steak right now. This is the best.
Wait, so you started doing comedy in college?
Yeah.
When you were how old? Like 22, 21?
Probably 20.
Yeah, wow.
I needed an outlet so bad.
At where? Laughs?
What?
At Laughs or where? Bar shows.
Bar Show City, dude.
And people were just like totally fucking with it.
No.
Nobody was fucking with it?
You know how open mics go.
Okay, I need to know more about like your come up. And
I
then
will.
you got here and then shit got real.
Shit was real in Denver for sure.
Okay.
So here's I'll give you a little bit of a timeline, a small
Do the people
timeline.
know this? Do your people know this?
I think the people just are enjoying the conversation in general. They're enjoying mushrooms on the bobby.
Yeah. I told a couple people I was doing your podcast. They were like, "Oh, you guys grilling?" Like people know.
People know?
Yeah.
I'm so glad, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
People know.
I'm just glad to have you on, bro.
I'm stoked to be here.
Boys are buzzing. What do you think?
You look good.
Give that a bite. Doesn't it need a little more?
A little more, but it's still great.
Okay.
You're right. A mushroom doesn't need much.
You know, it's a palate cleanse. Like, think about how rich that steak was. Now we're just gonna. It's kind of like having a little bit of an apple after you eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
This fucking guy right here.
Hey, I'm a bit of an old soul.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Okay, give me your timeline.
The timeline was essentially
In a nutshell, give me the cliff notes.
Cliff Notes. Started in 2020. Started comedy 2017 after I came back from study abroad.
Where?
Madrid.
You speak Spanish?
No.
No?
I used to, dude. I was nasty, dude. You think my hair's crazy now, dude? I used to roll up into barbershops in Madrid and I'd be like, ¿Qué preferiente para mi paleo? Like, what do you recommend? Or ¿Qué recomiendo para mi paleo? Like, what do you recommend for my hair? And he would just say something. Brother.
And you'd be like, okay.
I would come out of a barbershop.
No. Picture.
I'm going to get a picture. Pompadour. Up. High and tight right here. Pompadour. Up, down. Mind you, I'm also I got to blend in. I'm wearing black skinny jeans, white denim jacket that says Thrasher magazine on the back. I was the coolest guy in the world.
Just out in the streets of Madrid.
Brother, it was Madrid. It was 2017, all right? Fucking Barcelona was seceding from the Union. Nobody cared anymore, all right?
Oh my God.
It was me. It was Hemingway. It was George R.R. Martin. All right. It was David Lucas. Oh wait, no, George Lucas.
Oh my God. Just right up there with the greats.
Yeah, with the greats. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was. So then I got back, and I went to school in Manchester, New Hampshire. So like,
Shout out.
shout out. Not
Shout out
really.
Manny Chest.
Yeah, Manch Vegas, the heroin capital of New England.
True.
Yeah. Really bad.
I can't get over how you just are.
What do you mean,
I
dude?
don't know. I'm just obsessed with you. You're just like on. This is just who you are.
Yeah, well, I'm drinking at noon.
But you're welcome though.
Yeah.
Right?
Who's got it better than us?
Exactly.
Nobody.
It is great being a comedian. Okay. So you're in Heroin Central. You're
Central.
getting a little black tar on the side.
I'm depressed. I need an outlet. There's one open mic they do every Thursday called the Comedy Attic.
They should have called it Black Tar.
Yeah, right.
That would have been a good name for the city.
Yeah, it would have been too. I mean, then like the stand-up act would have honestly just been a lot of people going.
Oh man.
Yeah, you see.
Oh
those
man.
people. There was this one guy. We all have like that. There's always one old guy at an open mic who makes it so fun for everybody there because he's just so not with us.
Yes.
We had a guy named Crispy.
Love Crispy.
Crispy.
Yeah.
He would bring a box, like a big like storage box full of props on stage.
Yeah.
And then he would like take out a chicken.
No.
Like a rubber chicken, and he'd be like, "Hey, what if I put this in my butt?" I'm just kidding. I think my mom molested me. Anyway, like that would be.
But he's killing.
I'm dying laughing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't understand what's going. He's also wearing a tutu.
Yeah.
And it's you got to remember it's 9:45 in Manchester, New Hampshire. Okay. What this is like. This guy might as well be headlining.
We have one of those in Seattle. I haven't seen him in a long time. I haven't seen him in a post-pandy world, actually. But he would just, like, fumble around and, like, fall all over on stage, kind of like he was just, like, blown out of his skull every time, and it never didn't make me laugh.
No. Because those guys will never change.
Yeah, and they don't need to.
They don't need to. This is their headlining spot.
This is their headlining
This
spot.
is their headline, and you're like, go for it.
You're right.
We had a guy in Denver called Uncle Paulie.
I am obsessed. Tell me about him.
Oh man, he was the worst.
Oh.
But in a harmless way. I mean, trust me, there's a lot of dudes that go to open mics which are like, yeah, definitely keep an eye on him. Uncle Paulie would, he was just so old. He wore like a white jacket and then like a white scarf.
Uncle Paulie.
And then I watched him at an open mic. There were 2 tables of people ready to watch this open mic. Full tables, six tops.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him walk both tables before the mic started.
Uncle
Went
Paulie.
up to each table and was like, I don't know what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just talking.
Uncle Paulie.
And then I watched them get up and leave before the mic. I'm like, Paulie, what are you doing? And then he would get up there and he'd ask people in the crowd, he's like, hey, are you a stepmother?
Oh, no.
Like, no. Like, do you want to be?
Oh. Uncle Paulie.
Uncle Paulie, poor guy. I hope he's still kicking out there. Who cares?
This is in Denver or this was in?
This was in Denver. So
Okay.
I was in college. I was doing open mics in Manchester, and then the summer I got a job in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I rented out my buddy's apartment at Boston College, just so I could go to open mics.
Yeah.
So I would finish I'd get out of work at 5. I would ride my bike to one open mic and then a second open mic, and that's all I did all summer.
Really?
I was just the apartment I lived in was disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolute shit.
How many guys do you live with?
It was just me because none of the guys wanted to live there during the summer. It was so gross.
Oh.
So I didn't invite anybody over. All I did was open mics.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And then I went back to Manchester. I started my own show at the school.
Yeah.
And my first big show, I'd say show. It was Mr. St. A's.
Uh-huh.
You know how schools will sometimes do
Yep.
Mr. This and that?
Yes, I won mine.
You won yours?
It was
I was
Mr. Ike.
I was disqualified
Why?
because I did stand up.
Wait, and that disqualified you?
Well, that was part
For
of
your
it.
talent?
They also didn't like the fact that they were like, all right, here comes the swimsuit portion.
What'd you do?
Oh, thong.
Okay, I won the swimsuit portion because everyone went out and Speedos, thongs, trying to be funny. I came out in a full scuba gear, goggles, flippers, oxygen tank, all of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's the move. Like I went out in a thong, and then I went out to the song, where it's like, we'll put it maybe in the act, but it's like, dun 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 dun. I'm wearing a bathrobe. Dun dun. Dude, I'll show you the video. My buddies took it from like the top row. They're just crying, dude. Everyone is like dying because I'm just like, dun 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 dun.
Oh.
Dun, dun.
But why'd you get disqualified though for that?
Yeah, dude, it's a Catholic college where nobody likes to have fun.
Oh.
Got disqualified for that.
Hosanna in the highest.
And then I did Ad Meorium de Gloriam. And then they did, stand-up was my talent, and they cut me off after a minute and a half because I was talking about my dad's ball bag.
And they were like, no.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you're done. You're done.
And disqualified.
And you're done. And you're done.
And they were just like, did they all know you, the judges, or no?
No, they didn't like me.
Wow.
Here's the thing about a guy like me. Once you stop playing the sport which you're designed to be there for,
Yeah.
why don't you come up here, we'll have some mushrooms.
Give me a mushroom.
Maybe this could also be the thumbnail.
I'm gonna stab it.
You're gonna stab it? Good luck.
They're juicy.
Yeah, they're nice. Ow.
You just,
oh.
I told you, I warned them. You guys saw I warned
no.
them? I told you. How bad? 3rd-degree burns?
Yeah, that didn't feel good.
Pizza burns on the roof of your mouth?
I mean, it went all over my face. Be careful.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a minute. Also, where is all this liquid coming from?
I didn't even know they could have this much liquid.
Whoa.
Ow.
So,
Ow.
Hey, just so you guys,
What is this food?
Just so you guys know, mushrooms are nature's water canteen, okay? Nice and juicy.
What is happening right now?
Is your grill still on?
I just turned it off. Why?
I want to put a fig on.
Yeah, let's put a fig on.
I just want to see what happens. It'll cook with the residuals.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be super juicy. Okay, this is crazy.
That hurts so bad.
You know what? That's probably why you don't see grilled mushrooms at the fair.
Good point. That's a really good point.
It's just so juicy.
Oh, fuck.
You're right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Anyway, graduated, got a job out in Denver, working in, I told everyone it was finance, but whenever like a guy like that looks like me tells you he's doing finance, it's tech sales.
Yeah, or cocaine.
Yeah, for sure, cocaine. But I moved out to Denver. It was probably 8 months before the pandemic. So I just had 8 months of I didn't have any friends in Denver. I lived with my cousin who I'd never met. Shout out to Tucker. He went to, he was never there. So all I did all day was just go to open mics.
You talk about Tucker like he's an absent father.
He was. I
Shout
mean,
out
I felt
to Tucker.
bad.
He
was
was
a poor
never
guy.
there.
He was making the lion's share of the rent too. Dude, you want to talk about the shit that young men have to go through now in the corporate world? This guy's job was truly one of the most haunting things I'd ever heard. He worked in healthcare consulting. So he would go off to Syracuse, New York.
Yeah.
And for a week, helping them optimize their systems, whatever.
No.
He'd come back and go, we just had to close down a hospital that services 3 counties. I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get a bag. Do you want one?
Whoa. Poor guy.
Dude, poor guy, truly. It did suck because he's the man. Shout out to Tucker. I don't know if he listens or not. Please don't tell Uncle Rob I said anything.
Come on, T. Tucker and Uncle Rob.
Shout out to Uncle Rob. Shout out to Uncle Mark.
Uncle Rob and Uncle
Cousin
Mark.
Jim, Cousin Steve, Cousin
Hope you guys
Brian.
got the crest.
Yeah.
Y'all don't got the crest.
You know what's funny?
Y'all ain't shit.
All my cousins do. We all have the crest. My dad.
Really?
Yeah.
And Tucker?
Yeah, all the women have it on their lower backs.
On their lower backs?
No, okay. Can you imagine?
Lower back tattoos are, first of all, a warning and also a sign of greatness.
I think definitely a sign of
A
greatness.
sign of greatness for sure.
They're
It's
coming
bravery.
back,
It's
dude.
bravery. So are belly button rings. And crop tops? Crop tops.
No one's original anymore.
Crop tops are back. Baggy pants. I'm wearing baggy pants. Never thought I'd see the day. But growing up as a millennial in the era of skinny jeans, it feels good.
It must, right?
My legs can breathe again.
How much were you just constricted your entire...
Constricted. I think my sperm count's probably 1. But then baggy pants, but we have to wear these high socks. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose leg hair from like right here to right here.
That's probably not
Did you see how much water came out of that?
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's like a sponge.
It's like a sponge.
It's like a sponge. You watch Great British Baking Show?
No, I just
Oh.
Used to live with a bunch
You
of
gotta
Irish guys.
gay it up.
I gotta gay it up.
You have to watch Great British
Brother.
Baking Show.
You know what I used to watch? I used to watch Queer Eye.
Shut up. The old one or the new one?
New one.
Really?
I didn't even know there was an old one.
So you had to reboot.
I was like, what do you mean an old one?
It's a reboot.
I figured that out now.
Right.
But I just thought it was so funny where it was like, guys, I just really enjoyed the beginning where guys would just go like, well, I'll tell you what, I'm down to change, but I ain't getting rid of my red hat.
I know. Or I'm not putting anything in my butt. You know the original name of the full show? Did you know what it was?
Get this junk out of my house?
No, it was Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah, I thought that's what it's also
Well,
called.
now it's just Queer Eye because they have to be inclusive.
Well, I think they should bring the name back.
I think they should bring the name back too.
Queer Eye for the straight guy who can't figure his life out and his
Yeah.
wife also hates him. It's a working title.
I'm not going to say names, but there are a couple people in there that I think could use a recast.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I don't think not even by like me, but like other people. There are some people in there that I'm like, what are you doing? Wow, I'm a bitch. There really are. There really are.
No,
there really are.
Speak your truth.
Because they put they put them in these positions and they're supposed to be like an expert in their field. Some of them are.
Right.
And I'm trying to do this without giving away what they do.
You're very political.
Some of them do a great job at what they're supposed to be doing. But others, it's like, oh, you're the ABC, but you have no experience doing that, and that's your position on the show? I'm not buying it.
Well, I thought, wasn't there a guy that like did a lot of home improvement?
Yeah.
I mean, like, isn't like the whole, like, if your husband, shouldn't your husband be like, yeah, just put in a credenza? Like, here's a project.
Sure.
Why are they having him do that?
Sure. I don't know. I don't know too. But there's one of them who is just so wishy-washy. And if you look into their backstory, they're just very for the cause of today. And then the cause of tomorrow, whenever that comes up too. You look into the backstory, it's like, so what do you believe in?
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing. Hollywood's it's fake. We're actually not real. This is an AI podcast.
This is all an AI podcast.
Yeah, this is all AI.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I just typed in 2 beauties grilling mushrooms.
What else do you watch? What TV do you watch?
I've been watching the show Industry on HBO.
What's that about?
It's essentially just like Succession if it was a softcore porn.
Do you love how this is my podcast now? I'm interviewing you.
I love it. Yeah, I'm down. Dude.
All about your life and your shows.
So back to my comedy journey.
For sure.
For sure. No, I mean I like that show. I just watched the Vince McMahon documentary.
Started it, but I haven't gotten too deep. It was kind of the first episode was boring, didn't you think?
Yeah, it gets insane.
So I should keep watching.
Well, it's just crazy. Like a guy, you watch as like I don't really like. I'm not mad at Vince McMahon because this is a man who ran wrestling. You have to remember his entire life is creating fake narratives and stories that come to life.
Yeah.
And like so for him to do that eventually with like his own life and
Yeah.
his own personal like life.
Yeah.
I'm like I totally the guy's like just a sociopath like and that's just from the work that he's in.
Yeah,
And I do blame him, of course, it's his own fault.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, like no duh.
Yeah. Yeah, like you can't.
I'm not like surprised. I'm like, oh, you're the guy that creates 3-year storylines of mythic characters
Right.
fighting each other. Like I'm like, oh, he's not a good guy. He can't get his shit together.
Right. Like you can't trust a raccoon to not go through your trash.
I mean, and that guy is.
Right, for sure. Now, so what was it? Like sex scandals?
Oh yeah, this guy's like.
But like, what was it? Like,
This guy was like, I mean, he was the world heavyweight champion of sexual assault.
seriously? Was it like this is deep. Was it like trafficking? Or what was it?
I don't know if it was trafficking.
Just not good behavior. Also, a lot of plastic surgery. Dude can't even move his face.
He's got to keep up appearances.
But I mean, like,
You know what I like his voice? He's always just like, and here's the thing about Triple H is, the business is it always
This is
tells you,
good.
the business always tells you, keep them in tights. And I thought to myself, what if I had somebody else wearing a mask?
Oh.
And that's where you get innovation.
I hate this. I hate you're too good at it.
She said that she didn't want to blow me, and I had other ideas.
He said this?
No, but I'm just saying.
I'm over here like I'm talking to the Vince
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, Vince.
But
where did Alec go?
So the whole documentary,
Sure,
that's done. Is
girl
it hot?
foot.
Even?
It's a little warm.
Rip into her.
No, I'm gonna get sprayed.
No, you won't. Go for it. Is it good hot?
Kind of the same.
Yeah? Damn. Okay. Now that documentary was filmed as a documentary about him, and then they found out all the bad stuff and changed it, right?
No.
Are you sure?
They did all of the filming before it all came out.
Right. It was a documentary about him
Yeah.
before it came out.
I think this is all based on, because like a new company just bought WWE.
Yeah?
And I think they want it all out.
Yeah.
So that way they can just distance themselves from it.
Interesting.
I think they want to kick him out.
Is
Because
he in
they'll
jail?
go with his, no, he's not going to go to jail.
Oh, shit.
He'll settle out of court, dude. I mean, you got to remember, Vince McMahon is like similar to one of these like, Donald Trump-esque characters where like,
Never heard of him.
yeah, but like he's propped up by years and years and years of like scumbags who he's paid very, very well to protect him.
Yeah.
And, whereas like Donald Trump is like actually facing the brunt of, our entire society and like, the American legal system.
Yeah.
A lot of what happens to Vince McMahon is just like lawsuits.
Interesting.
So like he'll,
Just pay it.
he'll pay. Yeah, he's paid off like so many, lawsuits and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, he'll be all right. Like, I mean, he probably won't be the head of the company anymore, but
Oh, of course not.
no,
Of course
but
not.
he won't. I don't think he'll go to
Okay,
prison.
riddle me this. Here I am taking over your podcast
No, the
again.
kids-
How much time do we got?
We got plenty of time, dude.
Okay.
Wherever you want to.
So where do you lie on cults?
Cults?
You get into cults?
Dude, you know what? I just don't care.
What are you talking about?
I just don't care, man.
Really?
You know what? I watched the Wild Wild Country documentary.
Okay.
That was about it. I'm not like, I tried to get into Mother God.
Oh.
I guess I couldn't do it.
What is it? You're just not, it doesn't suck you in?
I just think these people are just too, like, I understand maybe you had a hard home life, and that's what drawn you to, like, this woman
But
that
so did
had,
a lot
like,
of people who aren't in
yeah,
cults.
but, it's like women who have, like, an MBA from, like, University of Phoenix online, and I'm like, this is who you're going with? You know what I mean? Where I'm like, you can't just ask yourself, like, oh, what did you do before this? You're like, oh, I was a bank teller. And they're like, and I have all the answers, though.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
I'm like,
Totally. Okay, where do you lie on true crime documentaries?
no, man, I you know
What the fuck? You're off the pride float.
No, put me back on.
I don't know.
I'll drive it.
Okay.
Let me on the pride float, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude, you need a guy like me in a thong.
On the pride
You
float?
need a guy like me.
Well, the store does one.
Yeah, they do?
They did.
I don't think they want me on there either.
We are hoping to do the Pride edition of My Straight Friends in the main room.
That would be sick.
And now. Let's see what happens here.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, dude, Pride's a good time, man. Denver was always a pretty lit time.
Really?
Dude, Denver is straight up like, it is a haven for the queer
I
community.
can't breathe when I'm there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, wait, what do you mean? Because it's too gay?
No, it's too
All right.
high up.
You guys heard it here first.
It's too high up.
Yeah, it's not that bad, dude. No, my dad, when your parents come to visit, when you live in Denver, you have to get like all these oxygen canisters.
Yeah.
And so we took a hike, and my dad gets like halfway, and he's like, "Hey, my Fitbit says I'm dead."
Oh, whoa.
And I'm like, here, take the oxygen. He's like, the rest of the trip, he's just, oh man.
You need it. At the end of my sets in Denver, I have no voice. Like by the end of the hour, I'm like, it's so insane. every time.
Did you do the Comedy Works downtown?
I do Comedy Works South.
Good for you.
I play well with a suburban crowd.
True. But that downtown's a legendary room.
Legendary.
That's where I came up on art. I've told myself, hey, Wendy, if you're listening, which I'm sure you aren't,
Love her.
please, for the love of God, I'll sell it out.
She gives me good slots.
I need a good slot, baby.
Do you know Ashley?
Yeah, I know Ashley.
Ashley's great.
Ashley's a friend. I stopped going there and signing up for the new talent program. Should we continue on with the story?
Yeah.
So essentially then I get to Denver, 8 months.
It's the whole podcast took the journey.
It's the journey.
I love it.
Because I get to Denver, 8 months, I'm just doing stand-up, nothing else, just trying to get better.
Yeah.
Pandemic happens. I don't do stand-up nobody does anything for about, oh, you know what? I got a great pandemic story, dude.
Oh, I need it.
Yes. What, did you do any sort of philanthropic?
Philanthropic?
You
Philanthropic?
ever see one of them philanthropics locking around?
You ever seen that? Give her money away to people who need it real good? You ever do that? No.
You ever do one of them?
I did, yeah, I did a couple philanthropic things.
Philanthropic things?
What'd you do?
So, me and my friends, we did this thing called the roast beef challenge.
Oh, sounds super philanthropic.
So I was going crazy in Denver, dude, losing my mind. At one point in my apartment in Denver, I was by myself. I put newspapers that I was reading out on all my floors.
Yeah.
Because I thought well, no one's coming to visit me, and if I put the newspapers down, I won't have to clean my floors.
Okay.
I turned essentially my apartment into a hamster cage.
Yeah, you turned it into a puppy mill.
I was a legit week away from shitting on the floor.
That's insane.
It's insane. That's what happened to me.
But with nothing to do but time.
Nothing but time. And I was like, oh, this is a great idea. This will save me time. And I go, Steven, what do you know?
That's insane.
I know. At the time, I was like, it's a great idea.
That shows how stir crazy people were going during the pandemic.
So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to nut up. Bought a flight to Boston in May.
Okay.
So not great. You know, not great timing. But I was like, I'm the only one on the plane. Double mask. I'm like, I got to go.
Yeah.
It's I was losing it, essentially.
Yeah.
Get to Boston, do a little quarantine action for a few days. Probably not as long as I should have.
Yeah.
But, in the group text, we're thinking this is so fucked. We know so many girls that are, nurses down at Mass General. And they could use some help. So we thought let's do let's do a challenge similar to a 5K or the Ice Bucket Challenge. So what we came up with was we got 3 roast beef sandwiches called 3-ways.
Okay.
It's a 3-way. It's ketchup, mustard, mayo, roast beef, onion roll. It's a warm roast beef sandwich.
Ugh.
We got 4 roast beef sandwiches. We went to my buddy's house in Southie.
Okay.
We wore rollerblades, jerseys, the whole thing. Went on Instagram Live, and here was the challenge: eat a roast beef sandwich as fast as you can. Do an entire loop around South Boston on your rollerblades. Come back and crush Four Loko, and the winner. I don't think the winner actually got anything.
Because they died.
Yeah, more or less. But we did it all on Instagram Live. You know how much money we raised?
$7.
$5,000.
What?
We raised $5,000.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking.
Back it up. How? Was there a link that people could donate in real time?
We sent the Venmo link from our bunny Lonnie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lonnie. He filmed it all.
Yeah.
So we were we hyped it up for a day. We're because you got to remember, dude, it's May.
Yeah.
Everybody, late May, everybody's cooped up in their house.
Losing it.
They're like, wait, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
So we had legitimately 1,000 people on Instagram Live watching us. It's me, my buddy Treats, Oli. And we're
Flynn,
smashing.
Treats, and Oli. This is the most alarmingly heterosexual story I've ever heard.
Bro, we're all on rollerblades, dodging traffic in and out of Southie, and we get back, and I'm like, all right, guys, remember, stay safe out there.
Just letting it out. No.
It was like
Okay.
that, dude. It was insane.
So they were donating to like keep you guys going,
Just like for the nurses, like we knew it
Yeah.
was like it was for the nurses at Mass General.
and then you gave it all to the
We gave it
hospital.
all to we gave it all to our friends who needed we essentially like hooked them up with like breakfast for like a month and everything.
That's insane.
It was insane.
That's so cool.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, but we're just like making ourselves like vomit while we're like, stay, guys. Remember to not spread COVID.
Then don't spread the cocoa. And your COVID's all over the ground. I did one philanthropic thing. I partnered up. There was an organization that started in the pandemic. It was called like Give Us PPE or something, and they were trying to like distribute masks, things to areas that didn't have it. So I did a digital comedy show, headlined it from my living room, but I wanted to have like videos in it during it, but I didn't have any, I wasn't making any money. So I was like, I can't pay an editor to do any of this. So I had to learn how to edit and like did it all myself. I worked on this thing for like a week nonstop to get it up and running.
Nice,
Digital meet and greets.
bro. That's crazy.
That was crazy.
That's insane.
People were losing their mind. Plus, people haven't talked to another human in like forever. So then I get on these digital meet and greets and we're like chit-chatting. Now they're telling me their life story and I'm
they
crying.
just go, things aren't going well. And
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Yeah, my kid just passed away.
Yeah, and you're like, well, I'll be in Spokane.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. I was like, I don't know. I'm not a
Oh.
therapist. Yeah. It's great. Do you have people come up to you after the show and just want to tell you like everything?
Yeah.
Like how, yeah.
It's mostly just dudes.
We're like holding back tears.
They're not holding back. They're just like,
I see myself in
dude,
you.
let's go get fucked up. Let's go get fucked up. I'm like, I have to go to Portland tomorrow.
But you are just like one of the boys with them.
Oh, I am. I love it. At the end of the day, dude.
Oh my God, you're fucking young Bert Kreischer, aren't you?
No, I don't think so.
I think you might be.
No, dude. Please don't say that.
That's not your shit right there? Dude, you are. You're the second coming.
The second coming.
Yeah, for sure.
What the prophecy foretold.
Yes, and now they're like coming for you and they want to party with you and they want to hang with you.
All right. Well, I think we probably wrap it up. Where you got to be somewhere at 1:30.
Yeah,
Okay, it's 1:18.
let's do it.
Joe, why don't you tell people where to find you?
I'm on tour right now. You can get your tickets at thejoedombrowski.com. When's this coming out?
2 weeks.
Atlantic City, Newark, Portland, Maine.
Are you doing Empire?
Empire?
Or are you doing like a theater?
In which place?
Portland.
Portland is something theater. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Portland's awesome.
I've never been.
Oh my God, you're gonna love it.
I'm so excited. Portland, Atlanta, Chicago. My Straight Friends is going to be in the New York Comedy Festival, and also we're doing Zany's Nashville.
That'll be
So that'll be
sick.
cool. You can get check us at thejoedombrowski.com. Follow me, Joe_Dombrowski, for all of the things. I'm a little bit of a Reddit bitch, so you can find me over there. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Hey, just come to my show in Boston at the Garden. I'm doing Comics Come Home. I'm gonna give Bobby Kelly a wedgie.
Very cool.
It'll be fun. No, and then I got nothing else. So just guys, keep supporting the pod, please. It's fun, and I get to hang out with my boys.
Yeah.
Cheers.